pretty quickly too. As they head towards the start. Ken McPherson on the inside, Brent Vosbergen on the outside, in behind them Massara, the O-Show is there, Halliday is there. Who's going to go to the lead? It is going to be Vosbergen as he heads down the back straight for the first. Bang, 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 back in the field. One's gone sideways and has stopped. And that is the 74 car of Nathan Richards, who was in 7th place. And Nathan Richards had stopped.
Yeah, contact with David Boyes in car number 90. Who was able to drive away.
And I'm not so sure that will be fair, but I know Stewart, and we'll get them rolling. Brent Vosbergen has been able to get some speed. Oh, gee, Blake has been ridden from the rear, and he's just run out of noise, and he's going to have to take himself out of the race, I think, here. Brad Blake. He got banged into in the back pretty hard and obviously has suffered the consequences. So Blake is OUT out. Meantime, the race continues around him with Brent Vosbergen leading Ken McPherson, and Luke Halliday might be able to get him here on turn 4.
So Vosbergen leads from Halliday, then McPherson in 3rd place. Back then to Massara and Chalmers, as they've really broken away from the rest of them. And Vosbergen's broken away from 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Here is the 26 of McPherson going for the outside move on Luke Halliday, who runs in 2nd. Right behind them is Rod Massara and Joe Chalmers. Almost 3 across the track. McPherson gets into 2nd place. Halliday goes back to 3rd. Halliday will fight back on the inside. We complete lap number 4.
So
yellow.
4 laps down, another car goes round, this time the 57.
As we go green, Vosbergen is your race leader. Halliday and McPherson. McPherson up high, Halliday down low. Chalmers is in that group. Bo Oldfield is there. On the outside of Bo Oldfield is that of Rod Massara, as they're 3 across the racetrack behind our race leader as we complete lap number 4.
So 4 down and 26 laps remaining as they charge down the back straight. Group of snarling cars. The action in behind the race lead. You can see it on your big screen there. This is Halliday, McPherson, Chalmers and Massara. They are the chasing group of cars. Veronica McCann not too far away. Moves up another spot. She's in 7th. Meantime, Brent Vosbergen just gets quicker. 15.96. That's a quick time as he comes through again. Does he get that a little bit faster? No. Vosbergen leads 6 down.
Halliday, McPherson, Chalmers and Oldfield, the next 4 cars, and there's not much separating them as McPherson continues on the outside of Halliday. The 26 on the outside, Halliday and the 94 on the low side. This time McPherson sweeps up and around the outside. They're going very quickly. Right behind them is Joe Chalmers. Halliday getting plenty of drive on the low side though, and holds on to 2nd place. Another lap put together, though, by Brent Vosbergen, who leads by a couple of seconds.
So 8 laps down for Vosbergen. 3.5 seconds to be exact. Ken McPherson 2nd. Luke Halliday 3.56 away in 3rd, although he is shaping as if 2nd place is on offer, and down low sticks the nose in front. So Halliday goes past McPherson. Then we go back to the 23 of Chalmers. Bo Oldfield is still right in the picture here for a podium finish right now as your race leader comes out of turn number 4, Brent Vosbergen, down to the start-finish line, 10 laps down.
As Brent Vosbergen does lap number 12.
So Vosbergen well in control of this race, but here's where the race is, and there's a bit of contact down low on the racetrack between Bo Oldfield and also Ken McPherson there. Bo Oldfield got a spot, and all of a sudden Bo Oldfield, as I did say, he's got a chance to put himself on the podium. Can he beat the experienced Joe Chalmers, who's on the high line of the racetrack? Oldfield is driving down low, and there's plenty of drive down there, which is a good part about this racetrack tonight. It can be raced low, it can be raced high, as our race leader comes into the main straight, 14 down.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact with one of the slower cars there, which sent a couple of them skew-if, but they sorted themselves out at the end of the main straight. It is Vosbergen from Halliday, from Chalmers, Bo Oldfield, then Michael Holmes is now up to 5th. Ken McPherson has dropped back to 6th place. One car is slowing, which is Jay Cardy in car number 52. Let's see what happens here as the Green lights remain on. Joe Chalmers goes flying past him. He had to because the 11 car of Bo Oldfield is right there with them. Another one is retiring here in the main straight. It's starting to take its toll. That's Sangston. Another lap put together by Brent Vosbergen.
So down the back straight goes Jay Cardy, and at the moment he is just trying to stay right up out of harm's way, continuing to just roll down slowly on the high part of the racetrack.
Because Michael Holmes is getting a bit racy, and Holmes has gone into 4th, and Halliday has gone back to 5th place. So with 13 to go, Vosbergen again opens up a bit of a gap. Chalmers is 2nd, Bo Oldfield is up there, and in 4th place is Michael Holmes. Halliday 5th, and Veronica McCann all of a sudden is in 6th place, and David Nylander 7th. They come out of Mobile 1. There's a dozen laps left to go.
So Red Hot Ronnie's just got another spot too, so gets Halliday, so she's up into 5th place, putting herself right in the picture for a podium still. Close enough if good enough, they say. 12 laps to go. Brent Vosbergen will make it 11 as he comes out of turn number 4 into the main straight. So it is Vosbergen, Chalmers and Oldfield at the moment, those that are going to be receiving trophies. Michael Holmes, Veronica McCann, Luke Halliday top 6, David Nylander 7th, Rod Massara 8th, Abby Pickering picks up a spot up to 9th, David Boyes down to 10th, then Peter Walker is 11th as the race leader goes through, 20 laps down.
Yep, still 10 laps to go, and Vosbergen looking in a really good position here. He's opened up nearly the length of the Triple M back straight lead over Joe Chalmers. Bo Oldfield is still chasing Chalmers down.
That lead after 23 laps is out to 2.77 seconds, and just remember, has been brought back to the pack quite a few times and has still been able to, once the race restarts, get away again. Goes past Jay Bassinelli, and oh no, the youngster in Bo Oldfield, sitting in 3rd place, robs the tailpipe of Joey Chalmers and goes backwards into the fence.
He went in pretty heavily, trying to get underneath Joe Chalmers at the end of the back straight. Got back to a 2.7 second lead. They bunch up again. Chalmers. Michael Holmes is there. Here comes Veronica McCann. McCann comes underneath the Joe Chalmers down the end of the main straight. Chalmers fights back and also gets back underneath of Michael Holmes. And while all that was going on for 2nd place, Vosbergen gets away again. Chalmers wants 2nd place, and so too does Holmes, but Chalmers is going to win out with 6 to go.
Well, Red Hot Ronnie, can she get herself a podium? Haven't seen her up there for a little while, but I tell you what, right in with a chance here. Goes up on the inside of Michael Holmes, can't get away through. Meantime, it's about to establish the margin again. Brent Vosbergen, what's the time as he goes through? Out to 1.7 seconds, so he's got control again and should be winning. Joe Chalmers is 2nd, 3rd place Holmes, 4th McCann, 5th is Massara, 6th is Halliday.
2 laps to go. Vosbergen leads Chalmers and Holmes.
Well, you wouldn't thought it'd expire from here, would you? He's been calm, cool, collected and dominant, and that car has just been superior to everybody else's. He's only had to steer it, and he steered it beautifully as Brent Vosbergen. White flag out, he's got 1 to go. And well clear in 2nd is Joe Chalmers, and Michael Holmes has gotten the better Veronica McCann. It's only mechanical failure now between the first 3 and the checkered flag, and it is going to be the first to greet that checkered flag. Big bad Brent Vosbergen. Put your hands together for him. Joe Chalmers 2nd, and 3rd across the line is Michael Holmes, then McCann, Halliday, Massara. But that number 4 car was so dominant, and already he's celebrating.